We hate performing.
I'm BreeKay.
And I'm Kasairi. Welcome to our channel, guys. This was brought to our attention. Actually, first of all, this is nothing new.
It's not.
We talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
Because people do ask us why we don't perform or blah, blah, blah.
When we're going to perform next.
Yes.
And stuff like that.
And we don't. And it's really just weird. But we talk about it in-house about how we hate performing. And then one of our really good friends kind of just gave us a whole spiel about how we should perform and just all of this stuff.
Yes.
And we kind of...
Did you reflect on it? Like, were you like...
No.
Or were you just like, no?
Oh, no. Well, I guess I reflected on it. I mean, I just listened. Like, I don't know. I didn't, like, at night think about...
I don't mean, like, 3 days... You're taking a shower, you're thinking about it.
I'm like laying in my bed, another scene looking out the window, just like thinking about it at work.
Right? Yes. No, I just mean like you thought about it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Did you agree? Or you like, I don't know?
I'm like, I don't know, because
you sing every Sunday?
No.
Oh.
I think it's like more like, what does the Lord want me to do? And I'm really like trying to pray about what direction he wants me to take. So like if performing is something that he really wants me to do in music, then I'm gonna have to do that, like, you know. And I'm not opposed to it, and like I do agree with him that we should be practicing our music more often, because we don't at all. And I do think that would help alleviate the nerves of not knowing our songs, or like forgetting the words for me, like
messing up for me, not sounding good for me.
No, like same here. Like I feel just as nervous every freaking Sunday when I have to lead at church, and it's like it doesn't go away. You know what I mean? Like even like when I'm there singing and stuff, like okay, sometimes it like goes away, but like you still get nervous. But experiences, I don't know.
I don't sound good all the time. Like I don't know if I'm gonna sound good that day, and I feel like that makes me very, very, very nervous, because I have had performances where I did not sound good, and it's embarrassing.
Like when?
Like,
was I there?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
I don't think so.
No, I don't.
No, like I've sang,
recall.
like I sang at like Uncle Mike's church before, like a long time ago, and like I did not sound good. Like I literally cried after because I sounded so bad.
What age were you? Was this like recent?
No, this was a long time ago. I was probably like 20.
Oh, okay.
Or something, 19, something like that. And no. And then also like when I used to sing in church and stuff, like if they were to try to make me lead when I was at the church in Hawaii, like I was just like, no, because, and I feel like part of it was like, I know that like the main directors, like they didn't like my voice. Like I know they didn't. And the thing is that the head of everything, he liked my voice, so he would like keep me, and one of my other friends who was on the team also, she also had like a really distinct voice. He would keep us on the team because he liked our voices, and because like we could sing parts and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like they didn't really like our individual voices, you know? So like it did make me feel very nervous. It did make me feel like I was constantly being critiqued, like every time I had to sing, and I just did not like that. Like that, I feel like that really did a number on my self-esteem when it comes to singing.
Yes.
But yeah, so now like I feel like because I get so nervous, that's half the reason. That's actually probably like 80% of the reason why I don't sound good sometimes, is because I'm so nervous, you know?
And I think that's just so weird, like a little detour, but I think it's so weird, like for you to say that someone didn't like your voice when it comes to like leading in God in church, because like there should be an understanding. There should be an understanding. We've both been a part of like choirs for forever. And I feel like there should be an understanding that every individual voice does something as well as corporately. And I think that there has to be like a realization or an understanding that this person could touch that person. You know, this person could touch people that I never could, and I can touch people that they never could, and that's why we need the body so much. Like, everyone does different things, and I think that, like, people have preferences, which is okay, like, obviously, but to be like, I don't like that girl's voice, or I don't like that, like, I feel like that's just not okay in the church.
Yeah.
I feel like, but that's unfortunate. But I love your voice. And I feel like it's necessary. Like, I feel like, you know, I feel like it's just necessary. I feel like our voices are necessary. And I'm glad that, like, we're a duo, because I feel like, if we really feel like our voices blend a lot.
They do.
A lot of, like, our fans, sometimes they can't tell who's who. And it's like, me and her will be like, how can you not tell?
Right.
But, like,
Right.
But I think it's just because we know each other and we blend very well. And then I just really like the textures of our voices together and separately. But
I do too.
From my experience, I think that I've had some really bad experiences when it came to singing.
Wow.
Like,
oh, when you were elementary school and stuff?
7th grade, girl.
Aww.
I tried out for this one line. It was literally like 2 words. And I don't know. I felt like I was like, okay. And everybody laughed at me.
That's so messed up. It's so sad.
And the choir is like 30 people or like 40 people. It was like pretty big. But there was this one girl, she sat behind me. She's like, I think you did a really good job. And it was like so sweet. So like that kind of like scared the crap out of me. And then also I sang for Father's Day. I tried to sing for Father's Day one time. Or it was Father's Day or Mother's Day at church. I was like, I don't know, 11 or something.
Uh-huh.
Girl, I went up there, I sang a little bit, and I stopped, and I was so, like, embarrassed. I ran off, I cried,
Aww.
and I was just like, oh my god, I was just terrified, you know? Like, stuff like that will just
that'll do it.
hurt me.
Yes.
Scar me for life. But obviously you realize that the call on your life is music, is singing, is, you know, all of that stuff, and you kind of, like, just gotta get past your feelings, your insecurities,
Right.
because it's not about you.
That's true.
It's about other people and stuff.
Dang, that's crazy. You know what's crazy about that?
You know what's crazy?
You know what's crazy about? No, because I was just thinking, like, I mean, obviously, our really good friend who gave us that piece of advice, who was like, why don't you guys practice, you know, as much as you can and all this stuff, and maybe you'll see that you actually do enjoy it, you know, and that type of thing. And like, we did practice when we had our first show and stuff like that, and I feel like that was a good show. And then we had one of our last shows that we did, it was like definitely not in 2020, it was like I think at the end of 2019, or maybe at the end of 20, I don't remember,
Probably 18.
okay, one of the last shows that we did, which was the Halloween party, I feel like we did really well that show too.
Yeah.
And those are like the 2 shows I feel like we did really well. Every other show is kind of like, except for like some of the smaller ones that we've done, like the poetry nights and stuff like that. Like, those have been fun and cool, but I was so nervous for those ones too. Oh my gosh. But anyway.
What about when we did House of Blues, like that little corner?
Oh my god.
We were still young. We
yes.
were still fairly young.
I was like in high school still.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Do
you saw the video?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. I forgot all about that.
That's funny.
I probably was nervous though. I don't remember.
I don't really remember a lot, but I felt like I was always like trying to find places to like perform or something like that. Because remember, I did like another like spoken word pieces at like 2 or 3 different little spots. I mean, you weren't there because you were in college, but like it was weird. Like thinking back on it, I'm like, how did I even?
I know you did a couple though too. Even when me and Bob had come back, or for the summer or something.
Yes, you're right.
Done some.
What? I don't know. I don't even know how I found those, but I do remember one of them. I think I told you that Aunt Frances and my mom came with me, and they were like little bands. It wasn't bands. It was like Christian bands or something performing, and then they were like in between the sets, and then I went to the guy who was like coordinating it, and I was like, hey, I'm here to do spoken word. He was like, okay, so after this band, when they start moving everything, then we want you to do it. And I said, I'm not doing it while people are moving. Do you remember? Did I tell you?
I think so.
And I'm like, I'm not doing it while people are moving. I would just rather not do it because I just feel like,
okay, we're gonna throw you up as a diversion.
Yeah,
while everybody's like, moving behind you. Like,
yes.
Okay,
like my gift is just as valuable as yours. Like, what are you doing? But anyways, a lot of people like enjoyed it, and this lady, she was like Samoan or something. She comes like right after I'm done. She like hugs me and she starts like praying in tongues over me, and
oh wow,
I will just never forget that moment because I was just like, it's crazy because sometimes you think like we're the only ones that grew up in church that spoke in tongues and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, is that foreign to people?
Yeah, you don't come across that.
But it was like normal to me, you know, and
yeah.
I was just like, oh wow. So yeah, but I don't know what happened. I don't know how I found all those stuff.
I know. That is pretty. I think you were looking for places and stuff to perform. And
so we gotta get back on it.
I know. Oh my gosh. I'm just like, I don't know. Because I just feel like this is my natural habitat. Like, you know, making beats and writing songs. And even though, like, I do sing and whatever, it's not, like, my main thing. Like, I feel like I'm not, like, the best at it. And so being able to having to perform and like not being able to display like what I feel like are my strengths is like kind of hard to me. But like you said, if it's like part of the calling, if it's part of like what I have to do, then that's something that I just need to work through.
Right.
You know?
But even then, like I think that we haven't devoted time to like
fleshing out like a real performance.
Right. And doing what, like I feel like we could create something where you could show off like what you feel is your strengths, like take your MIDI, do some little or something like that, your sensor, I don't know. But I think that like we just haven't had time to like go in this like studio, spend 3 hours and you know
completely devote just to that,
right, just to like trying
that's
to perform around us, you know. But
that's true that.
Yeah,
but I feel like our music is fire and like we should be.
Absolutely. Like, I definitely feel like...
I don't know if that sounds arrogant or not. I love our music. Like, I love listening to it.
Me too. I think that we definitely could go wherever we wanted. And we do have favor, I believe.
That's true, we do.
And, you know, but we do have to, like, put in the work. And
definitely.
And we're going to start, so...
Welcome to the journey.
And we right back at it.
So you guys will see from this video to when we start practicing to when we perform in September, you guys will get to see what happens because this is not easy for us. Like this is something that is like, oh my god. Every time we talk about it, like I freaking hate it. I hate it.
Yeah. But, I know, right? Yeah. And like I thought about that too. Like I don't want to like speak that over, hating performing it or like lose any gifts or anything like that. But but we definitely need to like work on it, and we will work on it, and I think that it'll be good for us.
I think so too.
You know, I think that. Yeah, I think it'll just be good. So you hear that, Uncle Voss?
This one's for you.
This one's for you.
Anyway, what are your guys' insecurities? What are things that like you guys want to challenge yourself to be better at and to grow at and stuff like that? Let us know and let's go on this journey together because we need each other.
Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And like she said, let us know what your insecurities are. Do you do music? Is that something that's like you hate performing? Right. Oh, I forgot to say also, I feel like a lot of something that really is like prevents me from wanting to perform is because I'm big. Like I'm very insecure of how I look, so that's also been a big deterrent. But again, I'm on a journey, so
me too.
Can't wait to see y'all in September.
Yay!
Hot girl summer.
Oh yes. Okay, so we didn't even say in this video, I don't think, but we are going to be performing at 2020 Summerfest at Bank of California in LA.
Yes.
We can leave the link in the description so you guys can get your tickets. Well, please come out. You guys will get to see this whole journey from start to finish in the flesh.
Yes.
Actually, you'll just get to see the finish, but still.
Yes.
You should come.
Thanks, guys. Bye. We love you.
You should run.